So something you might be wondering is, do real developers put assertions into the code that they write? And it turns out that often they do. And so I took a quick look at the GCC and the LLVM code bases. And so GCC is the GNU compiler collection. It contains not only the sort of well-known C compiler and C++ compiler, but also a Java compiler and Ada compiler and a number of other tools. And the GCC source code base contains more than 9,000 assertions. Now the LLVM compiler suite contains about 13,000 assertions, and that's over about 1.4 million lines of code, for a total of about one assertion per 110 lines of code. And here I'm just counting raw lines of code, not source lines of code, so this includes blanks, comments, and everything. And so what this tells us is that the LLVM and GCC developers have made a pretty serious commitment to checking assumptions, preconditions, postconditions, and invariants in the code that they wrote. And one thing that I've done personally is reported a lot of compiler bugs to both the GCC and LLVM products. And one thing I've learned is that much of the time, these bugs show up as assertion violations. Not always. Sometimes these compilers segfault and have other problems. But most of the time, they're assertion violations. So these assertions are actually succeeding at accomplishing the goals that we talked about on the left side of this screen here.